Hey Pokemon fans, Draspee here with XY&Z episode 27 anime review and discussion, weekly reviews. Now, this was actually a pretty interesting episode. We got to see Ash face off Wolfric. Finally, there was no Mega Abomasnow. Spoilers alert, by the way. I guess I should have said that in the beginning. But anyway, there was no big Abomasnow battle. That was a little disappointing, but at least we did see a battle. And also, we got to see Sawyer got to come with him. So, we go to the gym. The gym actually reminded me of a Bulgarian monument I once saw in the snow. It was a former monument the communist government had made. It was actually quite an interesting monument in the snow, so I actually like to see that parallel. And it kind of looked the way you'd imagine an icy gym would look like in like an old bunker monument like that. Now, once we move on from there, of course, we get to the battle, Satoshi's like, yeah, let's go. Sato goes up into the loft with everyone else. Ash hands his jacket to Serena. I'm not sure what the significance is there. I looked into it a bit. Far I can tell, it's kind of like throwing down the gauntlet, I guess you could say, is the best way to do it. But how throwing the gauntlet to her is significant in Japanese culture, I'm not sure. I know in European culture that was definitely very significant, but maybe we're going with that since this is France. So, Ash goes on, starts battling. Hawlucha instantly. He sends out Hawlucha. Hawlucha quivers on the ice, almost slips and falls. That was funny. Then he goes up, bam, takes down Abomasnow pretty quickly. Abomasnow pretty much only accomplishes being a setup. Setting up Blizzard, gets taken down right away. Then we have Avalugg. Avalugg makes short work of Hawlucha. Pretty much. With the Ice Body ability going, and with all those other positives, Lucha is pretty much in the dust. So he sends out Talonflame, hoping to Flare Blitz away, or a Flame Charge. And nope, that doesn't really do anything. He tries to, fire burn his way through the gym. That doesn't accomplish much. So then, this point, he's really noticing that, Sawyer's kind of watching him. He's like, oh man, Satoshi's really fallen. Because it used to be that Ash pretty much bested every gym he went to. He bested Sawyer pretty much every time. And that was interesting. That was really interesting. That he's actually fallen below Sawyer's level. And Ash knows Sawyer knows that. Sawyer has always kind of looked up to Ash until this point, but now he's watching him. He's like, should I really be looking up to this guy anymore? And Ash is conscious of this. So he sends out Greninja. And that probably wasn't the best move to send out Greninja. I don't know who he should have sent out instead. Definitely not Noivern. But Greninja isn't like his best Pokemon for an ice gym. I mean, he had a strategy. I really liked the Water Shuriken strategy that he used. That was an excellent strategy. But aside from that, I don't really see what the point, because Greninja was not really getting much accomplished there. So, he sends out Greninja, fine, cut. Then we get Mega Greninja. Whoa, he just, for having had a problem with that with Sawyer, he just pulls that out, right away. But he doesn't get the full form, and that's something that we should be worried about right off the bat. So then when we see that happen, we're like, oh, okay, what's going on here? And at this point, Sawyer and everybody else is like, oh my gosh, what's going on? What's going on? He's down to one Pokemon. He's going to have to take out the next two with it. And Greninja gives it its all. Ash and Greninja are really in sync, but then all of a sudden, starts clutching his arms, and it's like, ah, gosh. And then, Greninja's getting injured, Ash is getting injured, it's intense, and Greninja faints. That's the first time. This is the first time we've seen Greninja faint in Ash Greninja form. And boom! Oh my goodness. The reaction from Ash was pretty... I almost thought he was gonna, die there or something. I mean, I knew he wasn't gonna die, but you kind of almost expect he's going to die from, the way he looks. And that was, wow. And then, Wolfric comes up and he's like, you need to work with stuff. You're just not ready, kid. And that was, that was harsh. That was harsh. So then they go and then we see, Greninja's super injured. Ash is contemplating, so is Pikachu. And then, boom, in unison, they're like, oh, it's time to go. I think that shows kind of their unison. So, that's for all of us who are wondering, what about Ash and Pikachu? Well, yeah, Ash and Pikachu are in sync. We've known that for a while. But I think the idea is that his other Pokemon, not as much. I mean, I think the idea behind this episode, and he's talking to his Greninja, is I think the idea that we can take away from that is that Ash has started to kind of fallen into the trap of looking at his Pokemon for power more than just who they are like he used to. And that's kind of something this episode has been addressing. So then Ash decides, you know what, I need to go. He leaves. Serena's like, oh, where are you going? Well, I have to go. You know, he goes off into the winding woods. Does he come back? No. It's morning time. Bonnie comes downstairs. It's like, nope. Serena's really worried for him. Kind of expected her to be really worried for him. I mean, could we expect there to be any different outcome with Serena? Would she not be worried? Of course she's going to be worried. She's Serena. But the question is what's going to happen next episode? Oh my goodness, the potential for next episode. I feel like Team Rocket won't be in the picture. From what it looks like, there's going to be some plot building with the Zygrads. We're going to see the Zygrad Hound thing. And then is that going to combine? Are they going to form the big Zygrad? Or are we going to catch that thing? Is Ash going to catch the Zygrad Hound? I mean, we've been seeing the little Z thing be more serious recently. Like in the beginning with the snow, it kind of frowned, and like when Donnie was, it's been kind of more down a bit. It hasn't been as happy. It's almost like it knows that something serious is happening. Oh my goodness, there's just so many possibilities now with the Winding Woods. I at first kind of thought it might be a filler. There might be some touching stuff between Ash and Serena, but oh my goodness, is there going to be a lot in that episode. I predict that if there's a confession before the end of the thing, that's going to be that time. There's so many. If there's going to be a huge Ash hint, it's going to be there. Us Amour-shippers should be pumped for the upcoming episode. There are just so many things about it that are going to be great. I predict that if anything big happens before the end of the series, it's going to happen then and there. I mean, Serena's side of it, obviously, huge hints have been given, but at the end when it showed Ash and Serena meeting up in the Winding Woods, oh, just, and then also Ash and Greninja, what's gonna happen with them too? We're gonna get to learn so much about how this mysterious Ash Greninja bond works. We're gonna see the improvement that I've been looking for a while, because I've realized that they've not really been up to par. And then we're gonna see an awesome battle the next episode. So episodes 28, 29, they're just gonna be great episodes. Great episodes. Nothing about them is something I couldn't have liked. But then, of course, we have that interesting moment where Sawyer leaves at the end. And that was interesting. That was really interesting. I was perplexed by that, to say the least. I mean, Sawyer kind of leaves, and then, you know, they're kind of thinking to themselves, oh, man, what's going on with Ash? I mean, Sawyer knows that something's up with Ash. He's a smart kid. I trust Sawyer. He knows something's up with Ash. He knows something's up. But the real question is, will Ash get better? I mean, the next time Sawyer and Ash are going to meet are probably going to be on the League. They're going to meet at the League, if not Victory Road. And that's where they're going to meet, and that's where their final battle is going to happen. If we see the trailer come true, we're going to see a scene between Mega Sceptile and Ash-Greninja, which is probably going to occur, if anywhere, right outside the League. Or maybe that's just how Battlefield's look in Kalos. I don't know. But all I know is this is going to be a super amazing series. Just the next few episodes are not going to disappoint at all. We're going to see Mega Abomasnow. We're going to see amazing Amour action. We're going to see amazing Ash-Greninja action. We're going to see amazing battles. There is nothing we should not see. We are going to see actual Ash character development. I mean, we have not seen really character development in major struts recently. We have the potential to see so much character development, so much action, and so much Amour-shipping that I don't know how some of us won't spontaneously combust. So I will see you next week for episode 28, and then episode 29 after that. Fortunately, I will be leaving on in the middle of June, so I'll try to get reviews out to you guys, but they will be a little late because I'll be out in the Boundary Waters and out in somewhere near Wisconsin without any computers or stuff, because that's part of the experience there. So I will see you guys later. Please leave a like, subscribe, leave a dislike, a comment, whatever. And yeah, just wrap up this review.